Are we back now?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was really weird. We should be back now, so...
I guess it's good that OBS held up for like darn near 6 hours, but
Right. My dinner is going to be so cold by the time I'm done with all of this.
Is Paul telling the truth? Ben, or said a lie?
Oh, you totally missed the backstory of Great Pudding Crusade. And the rise of the cult of Pooty in Bird Society.
See, I know you're misleading me on that one, because we've seen San. He has not yet ascended. So.
Exactly right. It's not a cult when it's the main organized religion.
Hail Putty.
If you say you're fine, you never are. Well, it started as a cult.
See, I kind of have to agree with Ben on this one, that this is a lot of stuff to dump for on Nageki, long after it's really mattered.
Right.
It's not so much that it shouldn't be there, but just the pacing and
yeah, it's like they just
duration,
dumped too
everything.
much
Yeah.
in there all at the end. Especially for a character that they're just now introducing.
Right. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
I can't help him.
Uh-oh.
Isa Soma. Huh. Yeah, that's true. Mog says they assume by now they're invested enough in these birds to want to read this all.
Right.
And it's like,
Apparently that worked for some of you,
whereas at the start we have just gone next.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like I'm invested enough that I'm continuing to go through there.
Right.
But they're burning through a lot of the goodwill that they worked up.
Right.
And as a writer, I can say that less is more.
Mhm.
And for something like this is a lot. That's basically restating what we already know.
Right, right. Well, that was sweet, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
The thing is but this is a new character, so
Right. Not a full house. course, I was starting to joke with Ben about earlier when he said all the stuff happening at the end. Just kind of raising an eyebrow and going, what if it isn't the end?
It's not a new character. Dun dun dun. Oh, is this Sleepy Bird? That's true. We never saw the face of the person that left him. So yeah, it could be Kazuaki.
The Master of Disguise had turned from,
Yeah, I hadn't assumed so because I thought that he was part of the orphanage. So, but Voice of Sprawl says, yeah, it is Sleepy Bird. So, so that means to me that he was much older than the others. Huh.
I guess he changed his name and then became an instructor or something.
But he's a renowned mathematician. I mean, he's famous enough that even Sakia knew him from France.
And yeah, Mom was saying they look totally different.
Well, listen, they aren't blood siblings. They're both in an orphanage. They are not related by blood. They call each other brother. They're just.
I think she meant from Hitori to.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah, well, birds can wield cleavers too. But that's the thing. I mean, that's the whole idea of verisimilitude. It's like, I'm willing to accept birds can use pistols, birds can use cleavers.
Prehensile wings,
fine.
Sure, whatever.
Prehensile wings, whatever. We have not established that birds can completely change their plumage.
Right. And their personality and their everything. Bird plastic surgery.
I'm taking a look. Those feathers are dyed. I can tell. He's platinum plumed. Works is good and everything is fine.
There's also the fact that it's like, okay, I can get that if he changes his name and like becomes a doctor or whatever, he could become colleagues with Shu and everything. Yeah, Mog was saying there's that. It's not just a seasonal thing.
Right.
But then also the fact that, Kazuaki never does anything in Nageki's route.
That's very true.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I need to the entrance of the basement.
So to 0-0, and we're getting to Evangelion. Stock fires on the lacking indeed to face and feathers and structure and
Yep, I think that Sleepy Bird has officially snapped.
Mhm. Oh, he's still here too.
It's like the game should have ended by now.
Lots of people locking themselves in this game.
Okay, seriously, this is...
Yeah. This feels like a swerve for its own sake.
Right.
know?
And it's not like they can say, well, we needed to pad out the game. They've padded it fine.
Right. Yeah, this Walk kind of agrees. Ending drags. I think, and all the secret was good, but the last hour could have been condensed to like 15 minutes. Yeah.
Seriously.
This entire thing should have been cut. No pun intended.
Nageki, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Thank you. Which is really frustrating because the part with Hattori and the thing with Nageki was actually really good.
Right.
And now like, oh, we need to make it dark again.
Yeah.
Really, people?
Right. Ghosts.
Ghosts! Maybe that's the thing. He has to bleach his feathers, change his face, quote unquote.
Yeah, that entire thing is unnecessary. Yeah. Oh my
Ah. Exactly, Mog. It's gone Wraith the Oblivion. Our shadow guide has now appeared, and we're in the what was it called? The the thing that happens whenever you like lose all of your corpus and you have to undergo something like this.
Was it a fugue or something like that?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I remember there was a term for it. Yeah,
Right, right. You live with your sin forever. Yep, Kazuaki's about to lose one of his fetters. It's going to be horrible.
So I've always kind of wondered for people that like uh, the games like Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night and everything, that where the insanity of the story is it's like do the people like for those games in particular, do they start in for the anime characters and the porn and everything and just deal with the over the top complete insane storytelling, or is that the draw and the rest of it is just there to get people to buy it,
Kind
to
of
do
the icing on the cake.
yeah,
is over.
to sell stuff, right?
Right.
And it's like I've never really gotten a good answer from the fans of those games. A lot of the anime fans like it for the new character art and everything, but it's like I've never been able to get into any of those because of the complete madcap breakdown of the plot. After a certain point.
I would say that there are some of them that do like it just for that purpose.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You have to remember that everybody gets into it for a different reason.
Right.
So the anime people probably are in there for the anime. Some people are in there just because there's porn in it. And some people are like, oh, it's like really weird and out there. I've got to go for that. Like Ven will recommend series to me just because the story is really weird or creepy or stuff like that. Whereas obviously for the two of us, like, no, we need something more than that.
Right. Yeah, the questions look like they're written such that it doesn't matter which one you pick. It just goes to the next one anyway. That's not a very good sell. Or just joking with the Persona references.
Right.
Just how it is. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty sunset when I came in.
Mm-hmm.
The soft spot was purple, sundown. Or Martin Shkreli. For the record, when Sprawl earlier said they condensed the ending to about 15 minutes, it's been 21 minutes since the stream interrupted. That was while the Nageki thing had started.
Yeah,
So
we're still going. Like, I'm starting to feel like, me and this game are playing a game of chicken. It's like, I think that I can outlast it. I think that it's daring me to try it. Because I swear it has been going on for far longer. Like, maybe it's just writing new material as we're going along. Oh gosh. But no, I've said it. I am going to go through with this to the end.
Right.
Because it cannot possibly last a lot longer. He said, feeling a sense of dread crushing down upon him.
I think this is just going meta now. It's like, Nageki is haunting you.
Right.
And you're trapped in a loop that you will never be able to escape from. And Mog was saying the worst part about this one is that Nageki is vital to this entire plot. His personality was kind of boring.
Yeah, they kind of made him kind of like the soft-spoken...
Oh, really boring. I didn't go look at it. Ouch.
Yeah. And yeah, he's a soft squish the entire time. He's supposed to be, the quiet, sympathetic one that you feel bad for.
Right.
It actually reminds me of the Victorian era, where you had what was called the romantic disease, which was... what was it?
Yeah, I think I talked about that last stream, actually, where due to anemia and stuff like that, was it the fainting thing people had?
Yeah, but I'm talking about tuberculosis. That was
tuberculosis, right. Yeah.
And yeah, the idea was, the person becomes more angelic because of how... Thank you, Mog. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just have this feeling of, well, they're, angelic and things like that. That's kind of what they did with Nageki.
Right.
It's like he is kind of the angelic, tragic figure, and you're supposed to feel really bad for him. But as Mog said, he's so painfully boring. It's like, yeah, I feel for him, and I sympathize with him, but I'm not really that interested in him.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I can understand why Kazuaki, misses him a lot, but I think having someone like that would just drive me up a wall.
Right. And Sprawl's theory is that the problem with the game is originally just poking fun at dating sim tropes with birds. Then it became popular. People wanted backstory, so all had to get shoved in the secret route.
Yeah, exactly right, Sprawl. 99% of this should have been divvied out in the true endings for each individual bird.
Right.
It should not have been the case. Like, I have not actually made a serious decision this entire game.
Right.
And that is bad for, nigh on 3-4 hours now?
No, it's been 6.
6 hours? Well, not including the shoe parts.
Yeah. That was only like an hour and a half, maybe.
So yeah, about 4 to 5 hours, I would guess. So yeah, it's like, I have not actually been playing a game. I have been reading a really long, drawn-out short story.
Right. Yeah, I would love to see just how much text is in the true ending sequence.
I really don't want to know, because I'm going to take a look at the page count and cry. But yeah, I think Sprawl's exactly right. Originally, it was just poking fun. But they're like, we need actual story and tie up all the loose ends, and we can't do it with the extra stuff.
Right. And remember the games I was talking about that where they have the plot just go off the rails near the end, or sometimes even in the middle of it. I think the writers of this figured that was some essential part of this experience, that you had to have a sequence, like that, where you're just sitting there clicking through, stills as people emote and secrets just gradually escalate, and it's completely insane. And well, here we are. Amog gives the longest cutscene award.
Yeah. You conniving physician.
Well, it has been an hour since I got back, or about that.
Yeah, that's the thing, Sprawl. I do find it interesting. It's just becoming a lot less interesting as each hour ticks by.
And I'm also getting the whole still on Namek vibe. Because, yeah, the humans were going to be busting in 10 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago.
Right. You and me both, Ryota. You and me both. Sheesh.
Wouldn't him leaving that place be the problem, since he'll affect the humans?
The idea is they'll come back. He'll come back whenever there's a cure for it.
Ah.
Please, no, don't go into recap mode. And yeah, I agree with Mog. It's like we were joking about it earlier, but Sakuya Ryota is the real canon couple in all of this.
Is that your OTP? Yeah, it's not like the heroine was actually in this game, you know.
Well, she died, so
Right.
it's not like she had much of a choice in it. Yep.
It is Mog's OTP, okay.
I will say that, yeah, that feels... Thank goodness for that! Holy cow! But we still have the, I think there's a final epilogue thingy to
Right.
go through after this. But seriously, it's like, you know, the relationship between Sakuya and Ryota is more of a couple kind of relationship than anything that she did before in her primary
Right.
story. Which is sad. I am not... Can I not skip? No, I can't skip the credits. No! Why?
The game will never end.
If there is an epilogue, I don't know if I'll be able to go through it. Also, Mog, it has to be, as the, as my dad would say, Oh Dark 30 over there.
It's Dark 45, actually.
Actually,
where she's in. Yeah. We were talking about how long the stream was. I remember when Mog showed up about 3 or 4 hours ago saying,
Asking
what am I
what
gonna
she was going to stream after this. Right,
right.
So I actually feel kind of bad that I kept you from your stream, but...
Oh, the bright side, though, thank you, madam, for sticking around. You know?
Right.
Well, that sure was a thing.
That was a long thing. Oh, we're not done! But you're dead, Yuya! Yeah, exactly, Mog. I thought this would be over and they'll do a short little stream, but...
Well, I got saved by the bell there, so yeah. Have a good night, Mog. Assuming that you're not still here, the game is still going on when I get back.
Oh, so Yuya didn't die. Oh.
That's your thank you, Sprawl.
Yeah. I'm glad that you liked it, Sprawl, and... Well, right here, Mog. Leon gave him the antidote. And that's the thing, it's like, I've enjoyed it, and I'm glad that, Sprawl, you enjoyed my reactions. I really do feel kind of bad for keeping both of you up this late. Because I tend to not make it a, Yeah, this is the final epilogue. Give me back the time and mental energy I spent ignoring you. I'm with Sakuya on that one. I didn't mean in absolute values, I meant keeping you here for 6 odd hours. Yep, salute, Wayne. Oh, you've been playing Darkest Dungeons as well. Our next bright and massive mission. Let's go, sexy and suave. Horrible band name, by the way. Kosan fell smooth. There's deliciousness nearby. Black Pindana. On hell, do you have food? Demon spores encroach again. Kosan demands your beans or your life. Moon white bird of Beanie. By the oath of old, join me! That's a good question. Since Yuya's alive, does that mean Sakia has to return the theme music? I'm going to guess, there's jazz enough for both of them. Although now I'm imagining like this really awesome, expansion thing where they're both suave noir spies and they both get the theme music. I apologize for crippling you, Shu. It would never happen. Probably. Ho ho ho, how wonderful. I can feel the suspense in the air. Attempting to apply ethical guidelines to either of you is completely futile. Pretty much. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like, I'm kind of glad that that creepy bird is still around, but yeah, he was pretty darn evil. I'm hoping for trial and all of that. Yeah, this is the part that I'm feeling suspense for. It's like, did the two of them survive? Hawk Party would never let him get convicted. It'd be a farce. That depends. If the Hawk Party has lost influence as a result of this, they might not have the influence any longer to keep one of their own from being prosecuted. Do they really leave it on a cliffhanger? What? I cannot believe. Curse you, awful boyfriend. Curse you. Gosh darn it. Gotta buy Audible. That's true, there's the expansion version. It was a Holiday Star, I think it was. A Jufty bird. Thanks for playing. Okay, let's check the archives, and then, we will all, it'll all be out. It's like seeing by series, similar to that of Narcotic. Oh, so they thought that Kazuaki was dead there. Since that nosy girl showed up. Has shoe and a Santa hat on it. That is amazing. Earth Crawlers Extremis Organization. Alright. I am calling that officially a stream. We have finished Huddleful Boyfriend. We finished all the paths. We've gotten the special epilogue that had the non-ending, curse it. And we have gone through the gallery and the archive. That's everything.